Guys, welcome back. Nighttime edition, University of Smooth. I am your host, Nixon the Dark, the internet's leading expert on unattractive behavior. As I've said before, we're experimenting with lighting, sound, whatever we can do to make this message as attractive as possible because we believe in it and we want it delivered to you in a way that you will consume it readily. We know this content is worth your time if you want to be a desirable man. It's on us to make sure that we present it as professionally and as smoothly as possible. Today, another in our cherished series on small dick energy, the sex resume. Quick story. Relationship I had a few years ago, very intense, ended poorly. I broke up with her. She was looking to get back at me. She was looking to get under my skin. She had taken a few opportunities to take swipes at me. We still had a loose social circle, and a gentleman had wandered through that social circle through a mutual connection. They took a liking to each other. He tried to set her up on a date. He tried to get her to come travel with him, and she was game. She really wanted to get back at me. This guy got a little impatient. He got a little coercive. He was sick and tired of her delaying. And the more impatient he got, the more she got cold feet. Keep in mind, this woman was itching to notch up a dude and throw it back in my face. She did the exact same thing a few weeks later with somebody else. This fella, in his infinite patience, once he had run out of other options, had blurted out to her, found this out through a reliable source, he told her he had been with 80 women. Was he telling the truth? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Sounds like a lie, even if it is true. Why would he do this? Women value men who have experience. Women need to trust men to be dominant when it comes to intimacy. And a man who has experience has the value she's looking for in an intimate scenario. And my ex was clearly looking for intimacy. If this dude had simply shut his mouth and been a little patient, he would have been in there for magic number 81. Instead, he got antsy, he got impatient, he wanted to simply tell her the experience that he could not show her. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Okay. Are you seated? Are you seated? You need to be seated for this. Men and women lie to each other in the pursuit of relationships. I know, it's shocking. If there is a signal that you can fake, some dude has faked it. That's why we say on this channel that physicality is such a valuable signal of desire because it's hard to fake. You can fake your job, you can fake clearly your sex resume, whether this guy was telling the truth or not. He could have said any number. There's nothing to stop you from saying 8,000 instead of 80. You can fake the car you drive. You can even fake your clout to a certain point. But credible signals of value, women desire highly. And if you don't have them, dude, just keep your mouth shut. Come up with other things that you can do to demonstrate value. Showing that resume is not one of them. The concept of social proof is the key force multiplier for demonstrating value that you otherwise have to simply explain. Social proof is essentially when other people tell your experience and demonstrate your value for you. It's not because some other woman who's really attractive goes up to my ex-girlfriend and tells her that this dude's been with 80 women and she should be pleased to be number 81. It's some other person wanting access to this guy, showing through her behavior that this guy's value is something she wants in his life, or some other dude. It's having a number of friends and having people around that say, hey, yeah, I want you involved because we like when you're around. We like the value. We like what you bring to the conversation. We like what you bring to the situation. When a woman sees that, she's intrigued. And if this dude has status and he has experience, it will show. And then she won't have to ask for a number and he won't have to give a number in order to figure out whether she has the kind of experience, whether he has the kind of experience she's looking for so that she can trust him to lead an intimate interaction. Keep in mind as well that if you are signaling this type of insecurity by resorting to a resume, resorting to numbers, you may also be signaling to her that You are interested in knowing how many men she has been with. This is another signal of low value. It's another insecurity. It's another version of small dick energy, because what you do when you make this a preoccupation is you let her know, even without saying it, that this type of scenario will bother you. Having a sense of how many partners somebody's been with and the need for full disclosure. If that's a true need for you, you're telling her you cannot handle her sexuality. If you don't know her, it's none of your business. By the way, if you do know her, it's also kind of none of your business. Certainly none of your business to ask flat out how many men she's been with. It's your business to know that by observing her and having a sense of what her character is, not by asking her straight up. So, build value, learn social proof, which is the way you market value, and simply keep your mouth shut about questions like this. And you'll be surprised how far you can get just by continuing to pursue what you want to pursue and showing, not telling women that you have value, showing other people that you have value. Women are not fools. They recognize value. They are fantastic at recognizing male value because their life depended on it oh so many years ago, and to a large degree it still depends on it today. Throwing out an arbitrary number, even if it's true, does not give any sense to a woman of how valuable you may be. Demonstrate, do not explain. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and follow You Smooth for more content.